So it's definitely early in the year, and I've been playing Genshin Impact on and off since its global release on 2 accounts. I'll just be giving my thoughts on Genshin and answer the age-old question, should you play Genshin Impact in 2022? If you have no clue what Genshin Impact is, it's an open-world gacha game. Think Skyrim, but anime, and with only one dragon, but it doesn't look like a big-ass lizard. And if you don't know what a gacha game is, well, it's basically setting your world on 5 anime characters. But yeah, I'll be going over these topics. Is it friendly for new players? The current state of Genshin, then moving on to the gameplay, the world of the game, art style and music, story and quests, and the gacha system. And to wrap it up, the community and the game developer, as I feel it's important to know about those two. Since Genshin is a PvE and solo game, apart from a co-op option and a rare multiplayer type of events, it's very friendly, and because it's been out for a decent amount of time, there's a lot of content and places to explore, and there's also a big boy update coming sometime this month. However, there are 2 things that aren't friendly with new players: events and certain characters you can get from the gacha system. With events, some of the events are either locked behind quests or locations you can't get to, or could be hard to complete for new players, and there's also the fact that events are time limited. And with the characters, some of the materials used for leveling up are locked behind locations, or enemies you can't get to yet. Right now, as a game for people who haven't touched it, it's great. The only things at the top of my mind that would be bad for new players is the resin system, which I'll talk about in the gameplay section, which is next. And the endgame content is just doing your dailies and grinding for these things called artifacts, if you like getting fucked by RNGs. So you control a team of 4 characters that you can swap between, and use their skills and weapons in combat, and in some cases help with exploring the world of the game, such as the chap who uses big suck skills, in more ways than one. Genshin uses an elemental system with combat that helps a lot with damage. So you know, fire beats ice, water beats fire, lightning beats water, etc. And from that, elements react to other elements when being attacked or attacking, or you can just return to monkey and beat the shit out of things with a big stick. There's a great amount of variation of mobs in the game, from simple goblin-like enemies to walking missile launchers and slimes. Yeah. And then there's the lovely creation that is the resin system, which is the mobile game moment for this game. It's an energy system that is used for types of content, which you can get important materials from, but that content costs a lot of that resin and it takes a hot minute to refill. You can also gather resources, cook food, and glide around, and make your own house that's inside a pot. That's for one day to that quest. Genshin's world is beautiful to look at and explore, immersive even, role-playing if you will. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah, anime game to be pretty. Since the updates, the world of Genshin is diverse and generally fun to explore. The landscape ranges from gigantic mountains to wind-blown rolling hills to hypothermia land to electricity hazards. Now while I did an art class in high school, I don't know too much artistic lingo, but goddamn, the art style in Genshin makes my neurons start firing. There's a lot of music in this game for all kinds of situations, from relaxed exploring background music to intense fighting gamer feel noises, and hopefully, if I remember to edit it in, the music you've been hearing is from the game. Without spoiling too much, the premise of Genshin is that you're a traveller that's finished exploring the world of Genshin, but shit hits the fan when the big hot woman turns your sibling into high-tech Lego blocks, and from that point you explore the world, looking for your sibling and all the plot that happens along the way. The quest system is a normal progressive one. You do one quest, it ends, with another starting, and you can start side quests from talking to NPCs in the game, as well as interacting with some structures around the world. Oh brother, the gacha system, here we go. So if you've never had the misfortune of playing a gacha game, the gacha system is where you use a unique in-game currency and use it to pull and get characters, weapons, and armor depending on the game. In Genshin you can get characters and weapons, and the rarity of them is in stars. So 3 and 4 stars are the more common pulls you can get, and 5 stars are the big boy pulls. And with Genshin you can get a 4-star character or weapon every 10th pull you do, and on the 90th pull you get a 5-star character or weapon, depending on what banner you pull on. But it's a 50-50 chance of getting the limited banner 5-star, and if you don't get it you gotta pull again, but you'll get it with 5-star this time, then it resets back to 50-50. Oh, and by the way, the chance to get a 5-star is 0.6%, so hoarding gacha currency isn't a bad idea. With free-to-play versus dolphins and whales, free-to-play players can easily play and beat content in the game, as the elemental system and team synergy is what matters, and while 5-star characters are great, not having one won't make or break your game, and Genshin as a PvE game isn't too hard once you get used to it. It's no Souls game in terms of difficulty, unless you're bad like me and believes in the power of turning down the world level. But obviously if you spend money you have better progress in a gacha game. It's just the way it is. And if you're confused by the ocean animal words before, they mean if you spend money and in terms of how much. And if you spend money, please make sure you spend responsibly and can afford to. As a lot of the characters are either big hot and make my jaw drop to the floor ice pop out at a Ruger moment, it's a bit of a head empty move to spend over $300 for a video game character, but goddamn those pixels don't lie. The community, like most games, are about what you expect. There's the arseholes, the gatekeepers, helpful and nice people, the usual. But with Genshin, the community in general is notably sensitive about fucking anything. It's insane. And then there's the Twitter side of the community, which is, well, the average Twitter experience. Think K-pop stands, but instead of taking a vow to serve and protect BTS, it's a gacha game and the characters in it. To be fair, not everyone on Twitter is brain dead, and is a minority of the community, but that minority is still very large, as Genshin is hands down the most popular gacha game ever. So yeah, just try and avoid Genshin Twitter users if you want to stay sane, because holy shit, it's a rabbit hole that hurts to go down. Hoyoverse, previously called Mihoyo, is the developer of this game. And all I will say without getting too deep into the lore is that they're good at making games, but not so much with the community and communication side of things. If you want to get a better understanding of them, look up the 28th of September 2021 incident, aka the first anniversary for the game. So hopefully this scuffed video with my awkward ass voiceover has helped you figure out if you want to give Genshin a try. I strongly recommend giving it a shot anyway, as it is free to download and is worth playing to see if you like it. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to leave a comment, and if I can, I'll get back to you. And yeah, to answer the title of this video, should you play Genshin 2022? Yeah, anime Skyrim hits different. See you next time.